Over here. All right, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take off this door panel to try to change the motor. So first we're gonna start with the sail garnish. It's got a little tab down there, clip up here, just swings in and snaps in. All right. Then it exposes one of the screws. We have 2 more screws in the handles. And 2 more screws down at the very bottom of the door panel. I believe they're all 7mm. It just snaps out. Got one little tab over here on this end. It hooks in, and then everything else pops in. All right, this right here. Carefully pop that up. Let's see. Lighting is your friend. Okay. We'll get that when we start disconnecting the door. That way you see which direction the clips are going. All right. So put that there. 7mm. Make sure we're in reversey. All right. 7mm down in here. Okay, I've got that all the way. Yep, it's clicking, so I got it all the way. Now that one in here. These screws are slightly different on the door handle. They're gold colored as opposed to the black ones. That actually wasn't on very tight. Ordinarily, it takes some effort. Okay, the other screw is, my hand probably just blocked the camera. Down here. Here's the other screw. And right there. So that's the next 2 I'm going to get. All right, you go ahead and pause that. Is these door panels just lift up. He said with confidence. Oh, there we go. And we gotta unplug the wires. Go ahead and bring that camera around over here. Can you get down in there? You got these wires right here. Just squeeze the tabs and unplug them. I don't know if that lighting helped any. There's that one. And one more. Get a better angle down there. Right there is the one I'm working on right here. Just gotta get that tab and unplug it. And it's off. Okay, next thing we do is peel back the vapor barrier. This has been off before because I've already replaced this motor a few years ago. And what we have here, notice I had to drill holes in the metal because all I did was change the motor and not the whole regulator. And you get down in there good. When we get to the other side, you'll see that there are dimples. There will be dimples in the sheet metal in these locations, and that'll indicate where you need to drill. This nut here is an 11 millimeter. And these two bolts are 8 millimeter. If I can grab the right bit. I grabbed the wrong bit. Just a second. Just big enough to fit in there. If you get the right size hole drilled, you have just the right size for your bit to make it. Reach your arm around back in there. See, unplug the wire. Probably should have done that a minute ago. Before I pull this actually out. Magnets, gotta love them, gotta hate them. Alright. Gotta kind of blindly feel for that plug. So we'll ignore that wire for now. Just hold on to it so it don't drop out or nothing. There's the first screw. Alright, now I need to get a magnet, get that out of there. Go ahead and pause. Remove the speaker so we have a better look, see what's going on in there. 7 millimeters. Clearly I'm no expert. Kind of like going on memory of the last time I did this, which was probably almost 10 years ago. It's quite a while. Time flies when you're having fun. Alright. Yeah, now we can see what's going on in here. you see down in there?
Nope. The light is pointing camera.
Oh, okay. How about now?
A little bit.
Yeah, let me get some lighting back in there like that. Yeah, so basically this is kind of like, it's attached to the the regulator through those screws. And all I have to do is, right now it's under pressure, so I got to relieve the pressure that's under to actually pull that out. So go ahead and pause and I'll be back. All right, last thing is this inverted external Torx. It's an E6, so we'll just back this out. And then I'm not going to drop it all the way here because I'm filming by myself. But that just loosens that whole motor out, and then it pops out. Oddly enough, after I took it apart, the window started working, but I'm replacing it anyway. Good fun. Now we take the new one. And we're gonna feed this into this hole. And then the two other screws I'm gonna put them through here. The light to be better. All right, put in the last couple screws. Well, how many screws am I going to drop while I'm trying to get that out of my way? Really. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it all the way yet. Let me get this screw in here. Now, anybody watching can clearly tell I'm not a professional. Things happen, things go wrong when you do it yourself. You just figure it out and keep on going. Can't give up just because it gets hard. Make sure that this is snugged up with that E6 external Torx. It is. It's good. Back to the 10 or 11, I think it is, for the nut. Plug it back in. Slide that wire up in there. You got to feel for it. It's not being friendly. Gotta get it just right. Don't give you a whole lot of wire to play with. There it is, I think. Nope. There it goes. I felt the click. Theoretically, turn the key to the on position. Double check I got that plugged in all the way. There we go. Window up, window down. We'll call that a win. All right, now unplug that again so I can put the door panel back on. Put it all back together. And this, now's a good opportunity to show you how these door panels work. Most vehicles nowadays, modern ones, have push snaps. These white tabs that just poke in the hose and you just pop them in and pop them out. These have hooks. These hooks line up with these squares, and once you locate your latch rod through your hole, which is the hardest part, believe it or not, which isn't really that hard, then everything just like slides down on it and it's in there. Put in your screws, replace your bezels, and you're done. All right, so first things first, Let's put on the vapor barrier. Oh, wait a minute. First thing's second, because the first thing is first, and that's, don't forget to put your speaker back in. We would have realized that. Put that back in there. Call that probably 7mm. None of these things right here are very tight because they're just going into plastic inserts. Let's get it to stay in place. Just snug is all you need. So it ain't vibrating and making horrible music. This extra wire goes to the power mirror, but I replaced that with a cheap mirror. So it's not connected to my switch anymore to adjust it. There we go. Now we can put on the vapor barrier. And the double checks. Really intuitive how it goes in. The holes line up. I'm gonna pull that through. Right now I'm just gonna sit it up on there. Line up our little nubs with the nubs in the door. And our latch rod into the latch rod hole. Okay. We're not lined up down there. I got them lined up all everywhere except at this bottom. So I'm gonna raise it up again. Which one is it? Right there. There it is. I'd say it's easy, but sometimes the simplest things are the most difficult. Okay, replace our screws and our switch. And this to the power mirrors that aren't even being used. I'll plug it in so it's not rattling. Don't forget to put in your screws. Is this a 7 still? Yep. Not real tight, just tight enough. And then the 2 down at the bottom. If you don't see it, then that means I didn't do it, right? Not always. Okay, if you watched my last video on doing the left side on how to take a door panel off and change a window motor, you already know. Pop off the sail garnish. It's got screws here, screws in the handle, and 2 screws at the bottom. And then the whole, pop this bezel off and lift the whole thing up. So, be back in just a second, and we'll work on getting this other motor out. All right, so screws out, screw, 2 on each corner bottom. Pop off the things and lift. Ta-da, door panel off. Just like the other side. Peel this out. Just like the other side. And here, Let me get some good lighting here. We see it's got 2 dimples, and that's where I'm going to drill a 1/2-inch hole. It's centered on those 2 dimples, so I can then drill out the rivets and pop in the new motor, in theory. Okay, wish me luck. Here we go. Almost through. There we go. Ta-da! And while I'm here, boy, this one's so much easier to unplug. My motor's sitting right there. So much easier to unplug than the other side. Man, the other side is a nightmare. All right. My knees hurt. Of course, there goes the flashlight. And the battery's getting... Come on. Just want to finish up just a little bit. Bring it out. There we go. Persistence pays off. All right, so I'm gonna just... It ain't rocket surgery, so unscrew some screws. And that hole, even though we centered it on the dimple, is not, of course, centered up with where I need it to be. So I may need to do some further work on that after I get this out. Top one's perfect, but the bottom one not so much. Let's see what I can do with the magnet and the claw. What was that, 11 for this one? And then that's external torque 6. I'll go grab that. Just a second. fistful of bits because they can't use one bit for everything. Arm back here and hold it. There it goes, popped right out. I gotta get that other screw, the one that got bound up in the hole. Did I grab the wrong bit? Yeah, it's an 8, that's right. Line it up just enough to get it out. I'll just let it drop. There it is. Old motor out. New motor going in. Go ahead and pause. Of course, you can't forget your 11mm. I got everything else snugged up. Pull up your vapor barrier. Get it through the hole. Hook it, don't you know? Little hook. Yep, and then door panel. Yeah, line up your hooks at the bottom. Right, put that there. First things first. And the most aggravating part is getting the latch rod in the hole over here. Now we just line up your hook holes. They don't trap your wire. You're gonna need that later. There we go. Know that it's seated all around, and it is. Well, helps to put it on right. Slide that little slot in there again. Snap, snap. Got a screw to put in there. 7mm. Snug it. Hook it. Pop it. Got your screws in the handles, 2 down on the bottom, and we're done. So we'll call this a done job, and thanks for watching. Come again, see the next one. Never know what I might be doing next.
Useless videos.
All right, well.
I think this is not a clip that we need.
Reverse procedure. Start screwing your screws back in. All right, got that one started, got that one started, got one more screw to start. Once you get past the fear of drilling a hole in your door, it's really no big deal. You can get that screw in there. Come on. There it is. There we go. Click. Click. Let's grab that inverted Torx bit. Click. Call that done, and then we got plugging in the wire. Push that up in there.
Speaker back in.
Speaker back in there. Putting the door panel back on was just as simple. Flop it up, hook it, and go.
So I'm done recording now.
So hold on a second. Where's the speaker? There we go. Back to the 7mm. Don't forget to plug it in. Doesn't do you any good if it's not plugged in. All right. Got the bit again to 7mm. Remember, these are just going into plastic insert, so it's not real tight. It's just snug.